don't go for the legislative people. We go for the executive branch. There's 3 branches of government: executive, judicial, and legislative. So hook up with an organization that recognizes how government works, that you've got to be involved with every branch of government. If you just worry about legislative, then the courts can come along and neuter you. Or you can have regulations created by the governor's office. And, and you're still in a bad shape if that happens. And deal with an organization that will interact with government at every single level. The thing that got me involved, well, the thing that stirred me up, of course, is getting arrested for riding without a helmet in '68. But the thing that really got me involved in motorcycle rights was 1984. I think it was April of '84, 31 years ago. My club, the BMW Milers Motorcycle Club, decided that they would try to change the Park District's ordinance outlawing motorcycles on public highways under the jurisdiction of the Park District. So that was only 30-some miles of road. But still, to be outlawed from riding a motorcycle on a public highway? Come on, there's nothing more important to motorcycling than the right to ride a motorcycle. And when we got involved in that, we found that the Riverton Harley riders were also involved. They showed up the same night we did at the Springfield Park District board meeting. And at the same night, the United Motorcyclists of Illinois, a statewide organization, now defunct, also showed up. And we got our heads together. We created a Right to Ride coalition. And we could not change the park board's mind. I offered to represent any biker that was arrested for violating that ordinance for free, and I was taken up on it. We lost in the trial court, which is nobody's surprise, but we took it to the appellate court, and for the first time in history, a motorcycle park ban was overturned by an appellate court, and it happened right here in Illinois, right here in Springfield. My point is that it can happen. You've got to get the right people working on it. You got to have the right skill levels, and you've got to be willing to apply yourself. Now, people may ask, what if I don't have the skills to do this, to interact with government? Well, you can still participate by working with people that maybe are a little bit more trained in that area than you are. And guess what? As you work with them, you develop that training. Most of us aren't born knowing exactly what to do. We got to learn it somewhere. Well, this is a great way to learn it. And anybody can walk in parades. We can make telephone calls from a script. We can stuff envelopes for a politician running for office. We can walk neighborhoods with them, handing out literature. And I tell you, when you work for a politician, that politician is going to work for you. And the only way for an organization to be truly effective is to have large enough numbers of people willing to work so that politicians start coming to you when they want to run for office. And they'll say, what can I do to get you to back me? Now, right now, the new mayor-elect in Springfield, Jim Langfelder, was endorsed by a Beta of Illinois. And we're excited to see that he's going to be the new mayor. And we're also excited to see that the present mayor, Mike Houston, is no longer going to be mayor. And the reason is a motorcycling issue. That Mike Houston would not even talk to us about why he let the police charge us thousands of dollars for traffic control when we had processions in town. We knew that other processions weren't being charged anything. We knew that we had the capability of traffic control ourselves. And when we discussed this with, we tried to discuss it with the mayor. He wouldn't meet with us. And then he wanted us to talk to the chief of police. The past chief of police wouldn't talk to us. He wanted me to talk to the president of the police union. And at that point, the whole thing just went dead. Because when government refuses to talk to you, you know you've got the wrong government. And we had the wrong government there. We're absolutely delighted to have somebody in there that will at least talk to us, that will at least do their job to converse with the interested citizens and to try to work toward a common solution. So that's my pitch. My pitch is, another thing I was going to emphasize, if you don't have time to walk precincts and stuff envelopes and help politicians get elected, if you don't have time to go to meetings, if you don't have time to go to events, if you, because of health or family issues or you're working 3 jobs or whatever, if all you can do is join the organization, then do that. It is huge. When you go to a politician and say, I represent 15,000 bikers, that is much more powerful than saying, I represent 5,000 bikers. And what I tell people about Abate of Illinois when I ask them to join is, we have roughly 10,000 members now, but we'd do a lot better if we had 10,001, and that's why we need you. So you've accomplished something by doing that, just by being a member. And I want to repeat something that the late Harold Dodd told me when he was championing the cause of the Farmers Union here in Illinois. He was talking to a farmer about joining the Farmers Union. And the farmer says, well, why should I? He says, you're going to do whatever you're going to do, whether I'm a member or not. And he says, and it's not going to cost me anything if I'm not a member. So I might as well have you guys do my work, do it all for me. Harold looked him in the eye and said, you're a parasite. And frankly, that applies to motorcycling also. When somebody's not willing to hitch up their britches and be part of the solution, then shame on them. They're letting us all down. They're not just being, lazy, they're being worthless. And they're not a friend of motorcycling unless they will work to make motorcycling as free, as open, as we all know it should be. So, John, aren't you glad you got me wound up?
Yes, I am. And you know what? We can stay on a little bit longer if you're willing to do so. And I just want to take a short little break here, and then we'll come back, and I want to speak about the awareness rally in Springfield. That way everybody's aware of it for those listeners
that's coming
listening
up.
to it.
That's good.
So yes, it is. So we're going to take a short little break here. And this is John Fireball Anderson with my co-host, George Tankum. And we are on Patriots on Wheels. I guess the call-in line is not working right, but you can go on Spreaker.com, which you're listening to on Patriots on Wheels, and chat us. So bring up the chat box and throw us a chat. So we'll be back in just a minute. This is the Star Spangled Banner by Madison Rising.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the rainbow Yes, we are the brave. We'll fight you in name, the name of the brave. We are the U.S. of A. For those unaware, that flag is still there. It's our future to save, this land of the brave, the U.S. of A. Oh, say, just that star-spangled banner, yeah, wave for the land of the free. In the home of the
Hello and welcome back to Patriots on Wheels with John Fireball Anderson and my co-host George Tankum. And that was Madison Rising, Star Spangled Banner. And man, I support these guys 110%. Great guys, like I said, get out there and watch their concert and get out there and meet them. Patriotic as ever. You know, their songs have so much meaning and it's so powerful. You know, so you're not only witnessing a great concert, but it's a great patriotic concert. But anyway, we're back on here. You can chat me at Spreaker.com. Bring us up at Patriots on Wheels. The phone line's not working right now, so you can chat me. Throw in a chat. George was speaking about A-Bait, and we're speaking right now. We're going to talk a little bit about the Lincoln Land Chapter Awareness Rally. And there's actually a pre-awareness rally too, which is on the 21st or the 25th, April 25th, at North Enders VFW, and that's behind Halls Harley Davidson in Springfield, Illinois. So once you get the Halls, you'll see it behind there. That is the pre-rally awareness rally party, and that is from 3 o'clock till midnight, and then on Sunday, the 26th, April 26th, will be their awareness rally. So you want to talk a little bit about that, if you want, George?
Yeah, John, first of all, I want to make sure you can hear me.
Yes, loud and clear.
Am I coming across?
Absolutely perfect.
Okay, good. I want to emphasize that it is not just Lincoln Land Chapter awareness rally. It's a Bay of Illinois. It's a statewide event. And I tell people, even if they're not going to ride, it's worth going to the Illinois Department of Transportation parking lot at 2300 South Dirksen Parkway in Springfield, on the east side of Springfield, at noon, and just walk through the parking lots just to see all the really interesting motorcycles there. I think that alone is worth getting out of bed and doing on a nice Sunday morning. And from what I can tell, the weather is going to be nice on Sunday. Awesome. So